Welcome back to the Bristol Speed Trials, everyone, where we are trying to set the fastest lap at the world's fastest half mile. We have cars from all different disciplines, but also, Larry Mack, we have a two-wheeled racer today.
Yeah, it was interesting listening to Scott in his interview a while ago. You can hear that he's excited about this run, but there's a little bit of apprehension. He said he's going to run a pace that he feels comfortable with. I would not be comfortable at that pace right there, leaving pit road on two wheels.
Well, we called this whole thing crazy just a moment ago, but you got to say that it might be intelligence for Scott Russell, as the speed in this thing could be absolutely incredible.
I mean, look at his knee. It looks like it's about 6 to 8 inches off that concrete going through the corners.
The fans definitely love seeing a motorcycle out here at Bristol. It looks so unique and so different, but Scott Russell looks like he is maybe not as fast as some of the other cars here, but on two wheels, this definitely will be a record.
Well, he has 5 wins in the Daytona 200. He's used to going around a lot of banking on a 2.5 mile racetrack. He is dragging the knee that time through 3 and 4.
Did we say crazy before? Yes, it is absolutely crazy. So 95.45 miles per hour so far. That is a record for a motorcycle driver.
That's average miles per hour now. You got to remember that. Average on a half-mile racetrack.
And boy, Scott Russell has had a very illustrious career. Once again, as we mentioned before, he is Mr. Daytona because of those 5 victories in the Daytona 200 Superbike event as he continues to make his way around the half mile here at pretty much blistering speed.
JR, in 2005, Scott was inducted into the AMA Motorcycle Hall of Fame. 46 years old, Scott Russell is.
And this run should put him up there as well. 97.99 miles per hour, and it looks like he's backing it down. Oh, look, he's showing off a little bit for the fans.
Oh, now we're getting comfortable, aren't we?
The work continues, however, for Jason Blonde.
Anytime you get the Porter Power out, you know it's serious business, and a lot of work going on to Jason Blonde's sprint car machine down here. Basically what they've done is that chassis there that holds the Panhard bar mount, they actually cut that, pushed it out, and are re-welding it right now. So Jason Blonde and his crew trying to get back out on the racetrack right now, but they're trying to get that Panhard bar mount straightened out right there, and that chassis straightened out so he can get back out on the racetrack. A lot of work being done right here, right now.
Larry, you need your friends around to help you, and that's exactly what they have. But now let's take a look at Sprint Cup Series driver David Reagan out of the Roush Fenway camp. He's got a Mustang there, and it is supercharged.
But it is the ultimate pony car. This thing makes about 624 horsepower, and David Reagan's going to see how fast he can go around this half-mile racetrack in his street-legal Ford Mustang.
It usually takes telemetry to see when a guy is braking and when he's accelerating, but because that machine is street-legal, Larry Mack, we can see exactly when he's braking.
I've always said we need brake lights on Sprint Cup Series cars. We can tell you a whole lot more about what's going on out there.
So David Reagan is now approaching a street legal record for the Bristol Motor Speedway, and he has it at 98.49 miles per hour, but you know, he is a competitor. He is not done yet.
But you're right. I mean, you can see the nose of the car go down. Listen, hear the tires squealing through the corners on this Ford Mustang.
And David mentioned a little bit earlier he would prefer to have the 5-point safety harness. He does not behind the wheel of this car, but nonetheless, he is still fast. Let's go back to Bob Dillner.
Scott Russell dismounts from his machine, a new world record for a two-wheel machine here at Bristol on a half-mile course. How was it?
It wasn't too bad, you know, but it's one of those deals where if you get it wrong here, you're going to pay the price. So that's kind of rode what I felt comfortable with, and I've been pretty happy with that.
Were you nervous?
A little bit. Once I got out there, leading into it I wasn't, and once I got out there I was like, man, you got to make it right.
Doing it again, could you even go faster maybe next year here at Bristol?
Possibly, yeah. With more preparation, you know, this kind of just came together fairly at the last minute, so I think we can do better.
And I love the wheelie on the backstretch, by the way.
The records continue to fall here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, whether they be 2 wheels or 4 wheels. And Mike Lichty's getting some advice from his teammate, Johnny Benson. He knows a thing or two about getting around Bristol. We'll be back. The records continue to fall here at the Bristol Speed Trials. That is Mike Lichty going out trying to beat his own record. We are more than halfway through this session, and that means the pressure is on Jason Blonde.
The mad dash right now for Jason Blonde's crew. He's strapping behind the wheel of his machine. Didn't think I was going to see you back out in the racetrack. You guys are serious business here.
I didn't think you'd see me back again either. I got to thank Jerry Kelly with the number 2 NASCAR team and all the crew here, Phil Renew, Nathan Beavard, Rhino. Jamie Campbell. I mean, they're just thrashing, and we might have 5 minutes left, but we're going to try it.
Any nerves going out here for another run?
Yeah, I need to settle down a little bit.
The pressure is on that group right now, Larry Mack, but the guy to beat is this Mike Lichty as he continues to beat his own record.
And I think he's going for it. When he left pit road, I saw 4 brand new sticker Hoosier tires on this car.
So when you compare this to a stock car going around this racetrack, we are going a lot faster, a couple seconds, and maybe 20 to 30 miles per hour faster.
Well, it's about a second half, JR. The track record for a Sprint Cup Series car here, the track record, Ryan Newman back in March of 2003, 14.90 over 128 miles an hour.
So right now, as we look at Mike Lichty and his number 74, a new record at 143.98.
Jason Blonde said we're going to get into 13.2s, and we keep getting closer and closer to it.
We only have a couple of minutes left here, and Jason Blonde, that crew, did a great job to get back out on the racetrack, but Mike Lichty is faster still.
There it is, 13.26 over 144 miles an hour, average around a half-mile racetrack.
And that is flat out flying, but the drama is not over. We still have another shot at seeing Jason Blonde break the record.
This is one bad mama jama machine right now, and it is the world record holder here at the speed trials right now at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Mike Lichty, how is that? Have you caught your breath?
Trying to. That was bad. We're getting close. I mean, the car is still a little off. I think we got some speed to gain definitely on entry. I think the car is a little too loose still on entry. And then mid-center, it starts to roll up the racetrack a bit, so I got a little too much wheel. But this is nothing like I've ever ran before. That time was right wide open all around the place.
Wide open here in Thunder Valley.
Bob, you can see on the backside of the racetrack, the sun is going down, so the speeds are getting faster. When we come back, we will check out and see if Jason Blonde will have more fun and have an opportunity to set the record. Welcome back, everyone, to the Bristol Speed Trials. There is the trophy. That is the big prize at the end of the day, and also the bragging rights to say that you were the fastest driver on the world's fastest half mile. David Reagan already has a record of his own. He made it around this place in the fastest lap ever in a street car.
Of all the accomplishments for David Reagan throughout his career, a Bandolero National Championship, a nationwide win, now a street legal course record. Where does that stand in your accomplishments?
You know, it's pretty cool. There are probably more people here watching than when I won those Legends Car Championships and stuff. But, you know, to be here on behalf of Ford and, you know, talk about this Mustang that, you know, the Nationwide Series runs now and then that probably will be in the Cup Series in a few years. This is a street legal car out here running a 100 miles an hour average under 20 seconds. So I'm glad we got a seatbelt in there. I'm going to vie for 2 seatbelts next time.
And now the moment we've been waiting for, Larry McReynolds. Here comes Jason Blonde after they fixed their car. Final attempt to beat Mike Lichty's record.
I am amazed. About 45 or 50 minutes ago, this car hits the front stretch wall. They've welded, they've used a porter power, they've grinded, and now he's going to go out there and try to go 13.2 seconds if he wants this track record.
He is definitely hauling the mail as he comes around for his first lap for time. 14.3, 141, and he's just getting it wound up.
Just a little shakedown lap, a half a second faster than a Sprint Cup Series car shaking it down.
And now he is definitely picking up speed in that machine that has just been repaired by his crew. And there it is. He's got the record.
He beats Mike Lichty by 2/100ths of a second.
And he's still got time to make one more run.
Running the high line, keeping that thing wound up. But JR, he is not lifting. Identical lap as lap 1, almost 145 miles an hour.
And now Jason Blonde is the fastest man on the world's fastest half mile. Congratulations all around for the crew. A very emotional day as they wanted this record so bad. They fixed that car, got it back out there, and now Jason Blonde has all the bragging rights as the fastest guy at Bristol. Let's go back to Bob Dillner, who is going to show us exactly how this team got it done today for a very emotional record-setting run at Bristol.
Take a look at that weld right there. That weld gave Jason Blonde the world record here because it held the Panhard bar mount, and they had a little bit of help down here. That's Terry Kelly from the number 2 crew. For Brad Keselowski in the garage area, they came down here, brought the welder off the truck, and actually worked with this team to fix it. And now they're part of the world record team.
And Larry Mack, that was a team effort, even including guys that weren't even on his team.
I mean, look at that. Almost 145 miles an hour around a half-mile racetrack. But I'm impressed with Scott Russell, almost 98 miles an hour on 2 wheels.
Let's go back to Bob Dillner, who is standing by with the man who set the record.
What an hour for Jason Blonde and this team, but they are the new Bristol Speed Trial record holder, a 13.245 seconds, and a lot of anxious moments. You definitely kept it right to the end.
Yeah, we did. We got to make it exciting. Actually, after that first hot lap, we hit the wall. I thought we were done. I'm going to throw it in the trailer. And Jerry Kelly helped us out with the 2-car. Thank you very much, because he saved our day.
I want to know, going out for that last run, pins and needles, so close. How'd you get another 10th out of it?
Basically just kept my foot in it. Threw into the corner before I was lifting a little bit because I didn't quite trust the car after hitting the wall. And basically I just left it on the wood and it came out okay.
144, almost 145 miles per hour. Can you imagine that?
No, I can't. I can finally breathe.
He can finally breathe. He's the new world record holder here at the half mile of Bristol.
Simply put, this event was cool. What a fun day here as we set a new world record for speed at Bristol.
Well, we interviewed Jason Blonde, but those guys right there, the work they did, that's what will allow Jason Blonde to say the fastest man at a half-mile racetrack.
Got to thank the folks at Bristol Motor Speedway for putting on this event today and give it a thrill to the fans as we saw some serious speed. For Bob Dillner and Larry McReynolds, I'm John Roberts saying thanks for coming along for the ride.